Okay, so I'm in this store in Mechanicsville, and I can't even afford anything to drink out of this store. I only have $1, and my baby bump is completely damn near starved, and I can't afford nothing, and I can't afford anything. So I don't want to steal. I'm very thirsty. I don't want to steal. Excuse me, sir. You think you could buy me a water, please? And I don't want them to feel like I'm begging when they setting me up. I'm just gonna leave out of here. Don't worry about it. Yeah, they setting me up, and then they gonna try to make it seem like I'm homeless and begging them, and I'm pregnant. And here goes some gang members that just follow me up here, Bloods and Crips. So anyway, they want to be on television. They want clout with their little gang for this. But I just decided I'm gonna go ahead and go ahead and telling you everybody's names, because they all did the same thing. They all starved me in their house by having old food in their house, no food in their house. They either ate my food, they took my food stamps, or they kicked me out with my food to make my food die. They tried to fight me in their houses. They kicked me out their house and made me have to walk miles and miles around the neighborhoods to make me lose weight, and then try to have me out there like I'm some bum prostitute. The guys forced me to have sex with them. All the women put me out to force me to try to have sex with the men, which was a conspiracy to try to make me out to be prostitute. And so let me just give you the names of everybody that's involved. Like, I'll try to go into detail later, but I just want to stay on perfect cue on who I went to first. So I went to Shakina, my sister's house. No, when I got out of the jail first, I went to Black Jack Sterling house, and he did all of it. I went to Kiwi house after that, and most of these people have charges or just a certain reason why they did not like me, and they didn't want to see something good for me. So my sister, I don't think, had charges, but God was showing me it was just something wicked about her thinking she was better than me. But anyway, so I went to a man named Sterling house for a night. When I got out, he did this. He knew I was pregnant. Now, all these people I'm naming know about my pregnancy. Sterling, they call him Blackjack, then Kiwi house, and they had Cat and Cookie and all of that. So let me just go into what they don't want me to tell y'all, because that's how they messing up the evidence by trying to keep out key stuff. So my sister, so Jakiba house. So Jakiba knew that I was pregnant and took me to the hospital. I told him that I was pregnant. They tortured the baby, and I made him feel my stomach. And he took me. I started throwing up real bad and shaking, and I got real sick. And he tried to claim, oh, he got me sick, but I don't know. It felt like I was kind of like in labor. And I went to the Baytown hospitals, and I was just falling out in front of the hospital and couldn't get up, and they refused to see me. And then I went into one hospital, and I just fell out in front of the door, and they had to get me on a little stretcher or whatever, a wheelchair. And then I fell out in the waiting area, and I was on the floor, and the lady was like, come on, you gotta get up, and I couldn't, and then so they took me in the room, and the lady told me she made up something else, tried to say something else, and gave me a bottle of pills, and they had me taking this bottle of pills knowing that I was pregnant, and telling me that the swelling that they saw in my abdomen was my kidney being swollen, but it's my baby in there, and they steady keep lying about it. And this was the white women out there in all the Baytown hospitals, and the ladies at Chambers County Clinic had tried to tell me that they wouldn't help me when I told them I was pregnant. And I started screaming and yelling and going off at the ladies, calling her racist, because that's when I knew that they already had it set up all over Texas to make sure that nobody confirmed my pregnancy. When I seen the look on them racist white women faces with their little blonde hair and sitting there talking about you not pregnant off of a urine sample, and I'm telling them, yes, I am, do ultrasound or something, yes, I am, I knew then, oh, this is racist Texas for you, and they not gonna confirm it. And I hurried up and got out of there because she was trying to call the police on me. And so I hurried up and got out of there, and I went to I just went to several different hospitals where they wanted to lie. But back to Jakiba. So Jakiba ended up trying to hurry up and kick me up out of the house. Everybody started trying to kick me out the house, and they started tripping about me eating food, and I was beginning to show. And see, now it's starting to click up with me. See, it's good that I get to talk about it, because it's stuff that they did to me that I still didn't realize what they was doing to me until it was too late. You see what I'm saying? So they had Travis in there telling me, he come into the room, oh, come eat the snacks in here, come eat this, come eat that, you know. And then I saw, he was like, I don't care, you can eat it all, I don't eat that stuff like that. It just be me up here like making me feel comfortable, and me being pregnant, I went and was eating snacks. And then he was like, oh, I don't want that girl eating my stuff, I don't want that. So then all of a sudden they tried to starve me, and they was doing stuff to my snacks at the Dollar General. It was only one store out there in Chambers County at 2123 Eagle Ferry Road, and I didn't realize what the United States was trying to do to me. So the snack cakes and all that stuff that I had bought for me and the baby was making me sick up in the house, man. And now that I see what all these wicked people had in store for me and my child, it really breaks my heart. So I'm walking up and down away from this BP because they pricing everything too high to where I can't. So somebody will give me $1 and then I can't afford nothing to drink out the store, or I can't afford anything to eat up out the store, but I could afford a little 69-cent Black and Mild to just smoke my problems away. And I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just exposing them. No, I'm not finna let your witchcraft work on me and my baby. And it's sad to see my family want to do witchcraft with people you supposed to be done helps your sister. But anyway, I'm not even finna go into that. Let me just finish. So Jakiba, he was telling me I had to leave his house all of a sudden. He was staging altercations with Travis, staging altercations with Jakimba. They was acting like they was gonna shoot each other in the house. I don't like violence, so that'll run me away. Because I already just got out of a jail cell where they tried to murder me for shooting a gun. So I don't want to be around guns, people shooting, and I don't want to be around people acting crazy, you know, like that. So they still was letting me stay, but Travis was acting crazy around me. Travis gone, because I started sleeping with Travis too, because they wanted me to. They wanted me to sleep with Travis. So Travis and Jakiba was sleeping with me. And then Jakiba was acting like he was getting into it with Travis about me. And I believe all that was a setup as well to try to make it seem like it was real, you know. But God had told me to get up and leave before the custody hearing, before my son, because I told you Judge Tracy Gilbert had reset it. So I went to the first custody hearing. But then the second one, I went to that one too. But Judy and Jakiba was the only one who had a car, because, Judy and Jakimba, Judy was Jakimba's girlfriend. So Jakiba was the guy that I was talking to, and Jakimba was her brother. Jakimba was his brother. So Judy was Jakimba's girlfriend, and I was supposed to be Jakiba's little friend. And so Jakiba's car broke down, the dude I was talking to, and his brother Jakimba and Judy had a car, and they were saying that they would not take me to my second custody hearing. And I was like, oh, hold on, so you telling me you'll take me to work to pay y'all rent, and I ain't been here that long, but you won't take me to the custody hearing about my son. So I had got upset because Travis was helping me, talking about he was giving me money, all kind of stuff. But then when it came down to getting to my son's custody hearing, all of a sudden he ain't had no money for no taxi cab for me. You know, he couldn't do nothing. Oh, he did all he could for me. But you want to try to keep me from getting to that second custody hearing for my son. And I had a place to stay. Now, it might not have been the place that I wanted, but still we could have worked something out to where at least I could have been able to see my son without nobody asking me to pay $300 per visit to see my son. I don't even got $1 to get nothing to fucking drink. But they setting it up that way to make it look like I'm unfit. And they're pedophiles. But anyway, let me go back to Jakiba. So Jakiba was arguing, saying he couldn't do nothing to get me to the custody hearing. And I was crying, and Travis was over there talking about he was a murderer and he killed people before, and putting a gun to my head but saying he couldn't do it, and shaking in his sleep and crying. And now I see why he was crying, because that's fucked up for these people to have them doing that to me and my baby. And I'm so glad that he didn't shoot me. But back to the custody hearing. So it was time for me to go to this custody hearing to get my son, and they was telling me that they couldn't take me, and I was starting to freak out, like, I don't fuck with none of y'all in this house no more. I was like, ain't no way y'all gonna be up in my face this whole damn time I've been here. So I got there like the end of October, somewhere around October, and I spent November there, and it was the beginning of December. So I was only there for like a month and a half or whatever, and all this took place. And now y'all trying to tell me y'all can't take me to my custody hearing for my son, and I told y'all that's all I care about. I done got a job. Y'all done sabotaged my job. Y'all done took me to the hospital. These people done lied about my pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? These people goddamn done pulled out guns on me, been back there shooting, just a whole bunch of wretchedness. And I still didn't know all of these people had it up to set me up in the United States to be killed. Wow. And here I was in the house with people that wanted me to be dead and that didn't want nobody to find out the truth about this baby in me. And I didn't even fucking know that. I started figuring out something was wrong. I felt like because Judy had got a car, and they've been giving them cars. The state been giving them cars. And every time somebody get a car, ooh, child, hold on. I get suspicious, because when black people be starting to set you up and come around with all this, oh, I just got this, I just got that, and you got white pedophiles trying to set you up. Come on, bruh. I knew something was up, but I ain't figure it out all the way until like recently. I mean, I knew I was just running from place to place. So let me finish telling you. So Jakiba and Jakim, so they was like, we can't take you to your custody hearing. I was like, what the fuck? I know these people did not. And that's when I started to figure it out. I was like, that ain't I was like, somebody done put them up to this, because somebody had gave Judy a car. And then she started acting funny with me, talking about she couldn't take me to my custody hearing. And I'm like, I was like, everybody car break down all of a sudden, and she don't want to take me to my custody hearing for my son. And I was like, And so at that point, I was like, I ain't finna fool with these people no more. And God had came to me that night, and he was like, Andrea, you need to get up and leave here right away. He was like, don't get in that mirror, because y'all know I like to look pretty. And they've been taking advantage of that. Like when they know I'm finna leave their house and they acting foolish with me, and they see I'm finna run to the mirror and try to get myself together before I leave, they be trying to set me up to be murdered while I be in there trying to get myself together. So God had told me, he was like, Andrea, he was like, do not try to get yourself together. He was like, just run up out of here, get you away up out of here, and leave. And so God said it's about to be a murder scene. And he was like, and I'm serious, Andrea, Travis will kill y'all up in this house. Because Travis had got into it with Jakiba and Jakimba, and they was trying to pull him out. And God said Travis had lied to me about something. So I don't know if it was Travis that was actually the one who was setting me up. I don't know. But God said that he lied to me, and that it was about to be a murder scene, and that I needed to leave. And he showed Travis trying to rob everybody up in the house and flee to Florida, and that he would try to help me. I mean, he would try to make me help him rob the people and then leave me. And God was like, it's gonna be a murder scene, you need to get up out of here. And cause that man can't carry you. He can't carry you. He already got his own situation where he a criminal. And then that's gonna make him flip on you, trying to help you with what everybody trying to do to you in this country. And then so, cause I had loved Travis, but anyway, so God let me know, like, it's gonna be a murder scene, you need to get up out of here. So the next morning, I had hurried up, and I still didn't listen to God, and I went in there and started trying to get myself together. Right now, I'm walking the city of Atlanta, across the highway. they've been trying to starve it because they've been watching my YouTube videos, and they see that I've been showing my stomach. So they done starved me for about 3 whole damn days straight, walking around like this, and then try to buy me a little chip bag or something and act like, you know, she not pregnant. Just wicked. And then think I'm not gonna make it out the city, and so with the baby. And so basically, Travis, they starved me worse than this in the jail, so I'm not really too much worried about the size that I am, because, you know, female, we done been through a lot of stuff, and if that baby in there, that baby in there. It is what it is. It don't matter how much you abuse her. I done seen women, female, be abused and still have a baby. So that's why I'm not really too much concerned about what they doing. I'm just exposing them. But anyway, so basically I had got up the next morning and I asked Jakiba's brother, Jakimba. I didn't tell Travis that I was finna leave because God had told me that Travis was a murderer. And so, well, he told me he was capable of killing all us in that house. And so I asked Jakiba's brother when Judy wasn't around and when Jakiba wasn't around. He was outside, and Jakimba said, I think they said he was a Sagittarius like me. And I went to him one-on-one, and I was like, if you drop me off in Conroe so I can get to my son's custody hearing, I won't come back. That means I ain't gonna ask you to wait out there to the custody hearing over, and I'm not gonna ask you to come pick me up. Just drop me off and I won't come back. And he immediately agreed, as if he knew something was wrong. Like she need to get the hell up out of here and she don't need to come back. Like it was a bunch of stuff going on. And now that I see what's going on, I appreciate a motherfucker treating me like shit to get me up out of there, because it wasn't nothing but a trap. Like it was way too far anyway for me to get to my son. It was just a whole trap. Like God said, I could have been killed. So, and with all the thugs that's following me around right now, yes, it was dangerous for anybody to be in there really trying to help me, because they don't want nobody really trying to help me, and they will try to harm anybody that is really helping me. So, yeah, this is a big old gang. This United States want Andrea baby covered up. They don't want to tell the truth about it. So if somebody was to bring me up in their house and really love and care for us, then they'll be trying to sabotage that person. They'll be trying to do what they doing to me, to the person that's helping me, you know. So then look, so I want to show y'all, I'm just walking around trying to find a store where I can actually buy a drink from with this dollar that I have, and I cannot find a store. And they want to starve us and make me and have me thirsty walking around. And this is why I'm glad God showed me that they were Satanists, because you like, why would you want to torture a pregnant woman's body like that? Why would you? It ain't just about because she shot somebody in self-defense. Why would you want to torture her walking around the city hungry with y'all chasing her, and she's limping and wobbling with all y'all chasing her for, like, I done walked at least 100 miles around Georgia, limping from Texas, got raped in Texas, been bleeding, and them still trying to have sex with me. And so, and the police is helping them. That's what makes it so sad. So anyway, I'm not going to cry or lose my faith in my God, because I'm so glad that he showed me the visions of this precious little baby, little tiny baby in my arms. He couldn't have showed me nothing. He could have been like just being silent, but God told me, Andrea, you pregnant. I don't care what they say about your medical record. I don't care what the doctor say. I don't care what the urine sample say. I don't care what the blood sample say. They lied on your ultrasound, and that's what he told me. So I know I'm pregnant, and he showed me exactly what the baby looked like. So anyway, let me go back into some details about the custody hearing. So Jakiba's brother, Jakimba, dropped me off at a man named Reverend Stewart house, and Jakiba was on the passenger side. Jakimba drove, and they dropped me off in Conroe, Texas, at Reverend Stewart's house. That's Kiwi's grandpa. So y'all know I told y'all that Kiwi was the second person that I went with in Cairo, and he supposedly have a charge for trying to rape his own sister. And Reverend Stewart had got out of prison and said he was in there for life or something, and ended up getting out. Now I see why, because he an old nasty ass snitch. I ain't did nothing, but you gonna try to sell out a pregnant woman, so they getting charged to drive. You know, he probably been like that for many years. You know, he probably one of the ones that they don't even really gotta offer too much of anything, and he'll just do it because he been doing that to get his sentence reduced for a long time, years ago. And now his grandchildren is following in that same footsteps of getting charged with stuff that's serious, and then sitting over there trying to set up innocent people with the police so they can go home and get charges reduced. So, and they don't. They rapists. Kiwi is a rapist, and they don't need to be having rapists running around messing with a pregnant woman because y'all don't want to tell the truth, and because y'all pedophiles and want to keep her babies. That's evil as hell, and think that I'm so that God not gonna help me. God been watching and letting them do this to me for so long, and he been with me, he been helping me, he been delivering me. But it's like, God, how long you gonna let these people keep doing this to me and my baby? When you gonna stop these people, God? When, God? I've been crying forever. When you gonna stop them, Lord? And it's like, I don't want to hurt nobody, and it's like that's the only way that you can stop them. But why would I want to be shooting up the entire city? You know what kind of gun I would have to get out of their motherfucking ass? Nigga, I'm not trying to die. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I'm not trying to go to jail. That's why I keep screaming, Jehovah, deliver me. And they want to call me crazy trying to hit me in the streets. They trying to hit me in the streets. And I'm glad that she did that. And she was looking like, when she seen me point the camera at her, and she's laughing. DBX902 was his license plate number. I don't care, because the black girl in his backseat was looking at me laughing, watching me wobble around Atlanta pregnant. And after I had his baby, I pray he get charged for it, because they lying. And that's wicked, man. I'm tired of it. So anyway, back to what I was saying, because they know I'm making videos and they following me, trying to hit me out in the damn street while I'm trying to make the videos about my baby boy and my pregnancy. Shit hurts. And then they had me dragging the suitcase around. So so they got rapists and murderers, pedophiles, people with all kind of charges that they talking about. They're gonna drop the whole charge, sherm charge, drug charge. God said a lot about some drug charges too, but they got a lot of charges, and they over here letting them chase me around in vehicles that they giving them. Why would you give a criminal and then you gonna make him bring me in the house and have sex with me and pretend to be my boyfriend because y'all starved my baby in the jail, and then you see this little bitty ass baby bump and you don't want people to believe me, so you want to say it's one of the black men, baby? Man, that's why I put the stuff up on my YouTube channel showing my baby bump at Shakina's house, my sister's house, and she starves my baby bump at her house too. So now it's starting to make sense why they don't want the information coming out about why my family doing the stuff they doing. So anyway, let me just go back into some detail, because y'all know that they making me seem like I'm a terrorist now, because I said that ain't no way that I can get all of these people, because it's all of them doing it. It's all of them doing it, and they don't stop being wicked to somebody. So who gonna rescue me when I've been calling all on social media and YouTube for somebody to come rescue a pregnant Andrea Jones, and they out here forcing me to walk the city with no food or water, and then trying to stop me from putting out the information. I'm trying to put the information out so I can get in touch with more people in Africa. Like, hey, I know y'all do people dirty out there too, but if there's anybody that care about them starving a pregnant black woman and raping her and lying about it and making her walk hundreds of miles around the city, will you please come and rescue me? I need to get a ticket out of Atlanta, Georgia. I don't want to go back to Texas, but I'd rather Texas do it. I'd rather be in Texas doing it so that I can tell that Texas is trying to murder me because they left a baby inside of me from 2018 and refused to help me. I am so fucking tired of crying with people around me, swarming around me, and it's making a mockery out of Jesus. He brought me out. Y'all are Satanists and witches, and I'm tired of y'all making a mockery out of God. He loves me. Jesus loves me, and that's how I felt when Austin was attacking me and my baby, and that's why I shot him. And I'm telling you, it's like they want to get hurt. It's like one of them want to get hurt. It's like they want to take one for the team. So now, you don't see nobody following me. They doing it in their cars. And they watching my videos, and I know they telling their ass, you know, how to do it. So, anyway, back to, they dropped me off at Reverend Stewart's house in Conroe, Texas, and Reverend Stewart was trying to get me to be his wife. He was like, oh, you would be my wife. So they were trying to get all these black men to make it seem like the baby is by them. And Reverend Stewart was like, you will be my wife, and I was like, and so he told me that I had to leave. And Kiwi was trying to have sex with me, him and his grandpa. And I was in their room crying and making videos to put online about the evidence, and he put me out. See, now I realize that he put me out because I wouldn't go along with the plan of letting Reverend Stewart have sex with me or letting Kiwi have sex with me. And then I was putting out the evidence in their house because that's what they've been doing, putting me out their houses and making me walk miles. And so Reverend Stewart, I had stayed with his daughter. I told y'all about his daughter putting me out and all that. But so Reverend Stewart made me leave his house angrily, like he was trying to yell at me and like he was gonna try to attack me with Kiwi. And so I hurried and left, and I was like, fuck y'all, you know. And I left. This white man had tried to have sex with me and take advantage of me. And that was the first part of the prostitution. I didn't say yes in Conroe. It was on my birthday, December 21st. And this was after the custody hearing. And I said no. 2019. It was on my birthday. This man was trying to set me up as a prostitute by a school zone. And he told me to meet him, what was his name? Leotis from Conroe, Texas. And then they was trying to make me go to some program, try to leave me outside and try to make me go to some place and lie and say that I was an alcoholic in order to get a new apartment. And then I started to do it, and I was like, nah, I'm not an alcoholic. Like, it was like they were trying to make Austin's life my life, and that's witchcraft. That's what they've been doing with everybody who I've been going around. They've been trying to do some witchcraft to reverse their fate on me. So whatever was supposed to happen to them, they doing witchcraft to try to make it happen to me and then have my life. And then so they wanted me to be the drunk and try to bring me somewhere talking about I'm a drunk, and I'm not a drunk. I don't even fucking drink alcohol. So I told Leotis, I'm not saying no. I said I'm not going in there and lying and saying I'm an alcoholic to get an apartment. And then God said that I qualify for an apartment, and they say they already supposed to give me back my apartment. That's what God said. So they not listening to God, and they running around doing what they want to do. And I'm wondering, God, how long is you going to let this happen? How long is this going to go down? They kept me in their jail 10 months, poisoning me and my baby. And I didn't even know, like, God, why did you even let the baby survive? Why did you do this? Like, why? Like, I don't know. I know he is a wonderful God, and he was fighting for the baby. He made the baby start back moving in the jail. And I'm like, why are you letting them do this to me? I thought this baby would have been dead with all the stuff they done did to us. And God showed me holding this little bitty baby out there with Jatavia. And I was like, what the hell, God? When you got to make this end? Please, because I'm pregnant and I am tired of walking around Atlanta like this. Oh, my God. And I want to show y'all how they got me walking around Atlanta. With my Bible in my hand and this little piece of paper that they making me lose my evidence out of there. And I don't know how long I can do this. and they trying to make my body look like I'm not pregnant and that I'm lying. Like, when, God? When will you deliver me? When? When will this be over? When will you send somebody righteous to help me? Because if there ain't nobody on this earth that is righteous ain't gonna come out and help me, and God not gonna come back. If he not gonna come back, then y'all gonna have to just go ahead and kill me. Just do it. Because I'm tired of y'all making me walk around Atlanta, Georgia pregnant and lying. I am tired of it. You're not dragging me in no jail cell on no charges for Cynthia O'Vera, and I am pregnant. You gonna have to kill me. You gonna gotta fight me, and then I'm pregnant, so that means you gonna have to kill me, because I'm not gonna sit there and do no regular fighting with no people trying to hurt me, and I'm pregnant. I'm gonna pull something out on you, and you gonna have to kill me. So just go ahead and do it. If y'all not gonna tell the truth, just go ahead and kill me. Just go ahead and kill me. Just go ahead and do it. Because you're not going to keep stopping me. You're not going to try to stop me from getting help. That's the only thing they can do, is go ahead and just murder me. That's all they can do. And I don't want to be killed. That's why I've been asking somebody to rescue me. Just come and look at the evidence. I'm not lying. If I was lying, then kill me yourself. Kill me yourself. I swear, if y'all women come from Africa, I'm not lying. I'll let you kill me. Let the women from Africa kill me in front of this nation for your little blood sacrifice, Cynthia. And Larissa and Shakina, if I'm lying about this little baby being in me. I'm not lying. I'm pregnant by Austin Matter. Let the women from Africa kill me. Come here and look at my body. And I'm not talking about them sellout African women that they already got down here working for them as nurses and lying. No, and the other ones that they got out here lying. I'm talking about the real tribes that God told me about. The ones that probably ain't been up under this white man at all. I'm talking about them. The one God showed me. Let them kill me. Because y'all, we a bloodline. And y'all from their bloodline. And y'all out here lying about my baby for white people. And God showed me that they gonna have to come out here because of what y'all doing. And they gonna be mad as hell for having to come all the way out here because of what y'all doing. So just kill me then. And that's why I say let the women, anybody come here. I don't care if it's a white person. If you, no, I don't want a white person just killing me because you lying. I'm serious. I'm pregnant. And if you come here, you will see that I'm pregnant. And I will let you kill me if I was lying. And I'm not lying. So I'm